Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about Southern Charm Season 10, Episode 7 and 8, okay? Y'all, Southern Charm is heating up, okay? If you are not watching Southern Charm, you need to get on the bandwagon because this season is actually really good. They have a new addition on the show this season, Sally, which was actually on Southern Hospitality. Sally is a little messy. Okay, Sally is a little messy, and Sally and Taylor are not getting along, but we're going to get into it like we always do, okay? So the episode starts off where everybody is, Madison watering her plants, Austin standing on the counter with his shoes on to water his plant. Austin, get a ladder. Because that is disgusting and trifling. I don't know what it is with y'all and doing disgusting shit. But, yeah, stop. Just stop, okay? Moving on. There was a party at Sally's house the night before that everybody hung out there with Sally's housewarming. She has a beautiful home. I think she's an anesthesiologist. I know she does something really big in the medical field. So I really didn't understand why Sally was working at Republic. That must have just been for her to be on TV. But Sally is low-key a damn doctor. And she got her own house and got her own stuff. She got her own house. She got her own car, 2 jobs, work hard. She a bad bra. Okay, she got her own stuff going on. So Vanita comes over to Sally's house while Sally is over there and her mom are cleaning up. Okay, it looks like a tornado hit this house. She got old cheese with flies. She got cheese with flies around it, out sitting out. I'm like, Sally, girl, get you a cleaning company because this is absolutely disgusting. You got to clean this up. You just got this house. You can't be letting these people tear your house up like that. And Vanita almost drowned in your damn pool, girl. You know people can sue you for that. Okay, and you wasn't moving fast enough, but Craig, thank the Lord, jumped in the pool to save poor little Vanita's life because she was gasping for her poor little air. And I don't see, this is why I don't need Vanita on this show. Because Vanita says she can swim, but she jumped in that water, cannonballing, and says she ain't never done that before. You don't know how deep this pool goes, okay? And you jumping in the water and don't know if somebody gonna come and save you. Luckily, Craig was good enough to come and save your behind. And you already know they already think black people can't swim, girl. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So anyway, Vanita is over there talking to Sally, and she's basically, Sally reveals to her that, because Taylor left the party early. Taylor came to Sally's party, and she left. And Sally was like, yeah, Taylor, I think she was upset because, I basically told her that you guys told me not to trust her or whatever, or that you guys really don't trust her. And Vanita was like, well, yeah, she lied to Olivia last year, and that's supposed to be her best friend. And basically, she kissed Olivia's dude. So Taylor is in a adjoining scene, right? Or adjacent scene, rather, with her boyfriend, Gaston. So Gaston comes over her house. Taylor apparently is watching his dog, and Taylor lets him know that she's going to Molly's concert that night. And she said that he's not going to come. She was like, I'm going to send you videos. And he was like, okay. Like, I don't want to see videos of Molly fucking playing the tuba. Like, he don't give a damn. So anyway, she's like, yeah, the girls are still saying that they don't trust me, from everything that went on with Olivia. But it's just like, I'm doing everything I can to earn their trust back. And he tells her, don't worry about earning their trust back. If they don't trust you, then forget them. It is what it is. You don't have to beg for their forgiveness. Now, Gaston, sir, you might need to beg for some forgiveness because your little relationship with Sally is very sketch. Okay, 1 minute you kissing her and carrying on, and I know what you did to Joe from Southern Hospitality. You was over there kissing her and going to weddings with her when she was supposed to be dating Joe from Southern Hospitality, and they were supposed to be dating each other, and he didn't know nothing about you. And little messy TJ, which is supposed to be Gaston's roommate, okay, he's friends with Taylor, and he the one over here airing out all the drama. So Sally, you are really messy. And Sally, you listen. Later on in the episode, you said that you just suck somebody's dick a little bit. Girl, what? And Craig said, how you suck some dick a little bit? Sally is messy, okay? Sally, you supposed to have a boyfriend, but yet you over here worrying about Gaston and talking about he said to keep his name out of my mouth. Stop talking about the boy. If he ain't fooling with you, he messing with Taylor. Leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Stop talking about him. If he's your only reason for you being able to get on this show, then I guess that's why you're doing it. But it's giving really desperate. Like, girl, stop talking about Gaston. You got a whole boyfriend. He ain't fooling with you. I don't know why you messing with Taylor or even feel the need to tell Taylor that you were messing with him. Like, let her live happily ever after with this man. Y'all ain't fooling around right now, so it doesn't matter that y'all were messing with each other. So moving on, we go to the next scene, and Craig, Shep, and what's the annoying guy, child? I forgot his daggone name. Shep, Craig, and hold on, let me get this man's name, child, because he annoys the heck out. JT, I think that's his name. Yeah, JT go fishing. So Craig is hanging out with JT, and people don't really like that. Now, here's my thing. There was a scene after this with Austin, Madison, and child, what was the creator's name? The weirdo. Anyway, they all at his house, and they're mad that Craig is hanging out with JT. Do y'all not see Shep in this picture? Whitney. They at Whitney's house. Austin and Madison are at Whitney's house, and they're mad that Craig is hanging out with JT. I'm confused because I'm like, do y'all not see Shep in this picture too? It's okay for Shep to hang out with JT, but it's just total blasphemy when Craig does it. I just feel like these people on this show have like a sickness or a weird thing about trying to come for Craig. Like, leave Craig alone. Why is everything that he does any of y'all business? Y'all mad because he working a lot. First, y'all was making fun of him because he wasn't doing enough. Y'all felt like he was a goofball. Now y'all are mad at him because he's working a lot and he's successful and he's doing well and he not always around up y'all tails. Austin, what are you doing with yourself? So Austin is over here complaining to Whitney and Madison is just upset because she just don't want Craig hanging out with JT because she pissed off at JT because JT basically insinuated that she wanted him because her husband called him on the phone, was asking about what was going on when they went out of town to Florida or something like that. And she said, do you really think that I would want you over my husband? Yeah, as if. No, sir. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never get it. Okay. So Madison is looking at Craig like, why the hell would you be hanging out with this clown? But JT is on the cast. He's hanging around all of y'all. So, like, again, why is it such a big deal that Craig is hanging out with him, but Shep can hang out with him and it's not a problem? So Whitney is basically saying Madison is backing Austin by saying, yeah, I ain't really checking for Craig hanging out with JT either. Now, y'all have y'all issues or whatever, and be that as it may, but I ain't really checking for him hanging out with him. Like, you really need to have a conversation with Craig and figure this out. And Whitney was like, yeah, I don't know. JT, I ain't really fooling with him because Craig said that he called my mama a bitch, so I ain't fucking with him. So in the next scene, Shep and Craig are at Craig's house. Okay. So they're hanging out, cutting up some fruit, getting ready to put some stuff on the grill or whatever. And they're having a conversation about, basically what's going on with Austin. In a previous episode, Craig proposed to pay Austin a lump sum of money to get him off of the podcast that they do. Craig feels like Austin never really shows up to do the podcast like he's supposed to. He's not being responsible, and he's just tired of waiting around for him. He's like, listen, I'll just do the podcast by my damn self. I don't need you to be on the podcast with me. Let me do it myself. So Shep is talking to Craig, and he's like, yeah, this is nice. You have your own house. You're doing your thing. You finally have what you wanted. Then they start talking about Paige or whatever, which Paige, don't get me started with her. Paige already got another boyfriend, apparently. Paige, I knew that this was going to happen. It was not if, it was just when that Craig and Paige will break up. And I feel like the way the episodes are going on Southern Charm is kind of documenting leading up to Craig and Paige breaking up, in my opinion. So Craig is talking about how things just keep on moving, like with Paige. Like, he feels like he can wait 5 years, but what he's afraid of is in 5 years, Paige is going to be like, okay, I need to wait 10 more years. And he really just wants to have kids and get married. He would, in a perfect world, he would want to do it with Paige right now. But Paige is just like, I'm young, wild, and free. I want to do whatever I want to do. But see, Paige is one of those girls that's like, listen, you sitting up here acting like it's so easy for you to have kids and you can easily get married and all this and the third when you're ready. And you're going to wake up and Craig going to be gone. Well, he is now. And then you're going to be looking around like, dang, when I didn't want to get married, I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready to get married. And all these knuckleheads don't want to get married. I hope you know what you're doing, Paige. And not saying that you need to rush and marry Craig, but I really feel like Craig is going to be like the one that got away for Paige. I honestly do. But moving on, Shep begins to start talking about Sienna. Okay. Sienna apparently went on a trip to Africa, and she was on her way back, and she didn't call him for a couple of days, so he was wondering what the hell is going on with her. Then he's like, he's in love with her, and he could see himself buying a small hotel in the Bahamas, getting married with her, and having a couple of kids. And he could be like Warren Buffett. Shep. Oh, Shep. Y'all gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him? Somebody gotta tell him, y'all. Sienna not checking for you, honey. Sienna is 26 years old. You are damn near 50. No, Shep. She not about to pop out your babies. This is Shep. You not even like, how do I say this? Shep, you're not even like the baller, rich guy that like it's a turn on to see my man going to work every day. Like, my man owns all these things. Like, he's just a man's man and he's doing his thing. Like, that's not even you. You check the mailbox for your checks from your parents. Sienna not checking for that, honey. She's 26 years old and she wants a boss. You apparently later on in the episode, we realized somebody said that she is just obsessed with Southern Charm. She's a fan of the show. And apparently she tried to talk to Whitney first. Which, child, you have got to be real desperate. Let me tell you something. These young women trying to mess with Whitney. Whitney looks like the crypt keeper to me. He looks like oh, I cannot. Whitney is not attractive to me. He is weird. Him, listen, Whitney need to just marry his mama. That's what he need to do because Lord no. And he's the only child and don't have no children. How dreadful for this bloodline. Oof. But I guess he probably gonna try to be 70 and get somebody damn pregnant child like Thomas Ravenel. Child. Unbelievable. Whitney, clearly, if anybody is screwing around, messing around with you, it is all about the Benjamins, baby, because they are not checking for you. Not checking for you. Okay. Moving on. Because Whitney and his he looked like an old rock band star. But anyway, moving on. So, where the hell was I at? Because I was just too dumbfounded by Whitney. So anyway, in the next scene, Molly is going to go and play in the band or whatever. She's doing a whole concert, and all the friends of the friend group are supposed to come. Unfortunately, Madison and Austin aren't going to be able to attend, but everybody else is going to be there. Now Taylor is going to be there, and so is Sally. So afterwards, they're going to go to JT's spot so that they can have some drinks and food or whatever. So everybody goes to the concert. Molly does an extremely good job. Like, she does really, really well. I've never really been to like a band concert since, gosh, high school. I haven't seen anything like that from the band. No, I will say college. Actually, in college, I went to a show. I did. I saw something in college. But anyway, she's very good at it. And, she's like a band geek. So moving on, we go over to JT's spot. Now, JT is having a conversation with Taylor. Okay, Taylor, that he orders all this food. Whitney goes in the back to his small wine fridge, and the door broke off. So Whitney back there trying to shove the door back in its place. Leva and everybody else is coming in to come and sit down. Okay, so Craig and Ryan come in. Everybody's in just to kind of celebrate Molly after her having such a good little concert. So in the kitchen, Taylor is helping JT to get all the food together. So JT says to Taylor, I just got to let you know about your boyfriend. Okay. You just don't understand, just the extent of the relationship with Sally. Like, Sally is really hurt over this. He really treated her bad, and she's still having some feelings about him. Like, he was the last person that her mom that passed away saw before she died, and she didn't introduce him to her family, and this, that, and the third. JT, why are you telling Taylor how Sally feels about her boyfriend? Who cares? Unless Gaston is still checking for Sally, who cares? Then he tells her that that Gaston cheated on one of his friends. So what? So what? Is he cheating on Taylor? Do you know if he's cheating on Taylor? No, you don't know that. I think that JT has an ulterior motive. I think that JT likes Taylor. Okay. He had a crush on her last season, and he was trying to get in them draws, and she wasn't checking for him. So now you trying to tell her all this stuff about Gaston to piss her off. Unbelievable. He's a clown. And you telling her that his relationship with Sally was months long. It was much longer than he's saying it was. I'm like, Who cares? They're not together now. That's what I don't get. I'm like, JT, why did you literally wasted camera time with this. Taylor does not care. He doesn't care. She doesn't care. So then this is when he also reveals that he was cheating on one of his friends. Gaston was cheating on one of his other friends, which I guess is a girl, with Sally. Sally, do you still want Gaston? And he not checking for you and you mad? So this is when Sally comes out and says, well, yeah, like I really did care about him. Like he met my family and like, you know, my grandmother was dying and he met my, you know, God rest your grandmama soul, but he met my grandmother and my grandmother was dying. And, you know, he was the last person that I took to see my grandmother. If your grandmother died, why are you taking some fling over there? It sounds like you wanted more than what he was really giving you. And the fact that he's with Taylor now, why are y'all so hung up on what the fuck Gaston is doing with Taylor? You're not going to get her, JT. She doesn't like you. She wasn't checking for you when she was single. You was trying to get with her right in the midst of her having her issues with Shep. This whole group is just weird to me. It's weird. I said this last season when JT was trying to get with Taylor and he was all down Austin's throat, calling him a cheater and this, that, and the third. But he didn't have no smoke for Shep, who is the person that actually cheated on Taylor. He had no smoke for him. Nobody got no smoke for Shep hanging out with JT, but they got smoke for him hanging out with Craig. I don't get it. The double standards in this group are just far beyond. So JT gets an attitude because Taylor is upset with him and he storms out. He's like, you know, you guys, I'm the person that tells the truth. You guys don't want me to tell the truth. First of all, they should have told him, no, JT, you full of shit. You want Taylor. So that's why you were over there telling her that. That had nothing to do with him. Whoever was cheating on the friend with Sally having a relationship with Gaston for months, the shit is over. So why do you give a damn, JT? You have ulterior motives. Then you got Venita dumbass sitting over here because she likes JT. She's like, oh my God, he looks so good. Telling Leva, oh my God, he just looks so handsome in his shirt. Venita, let it go, girl. JT is not for you. I don't know if Venita is trying to get with JT so that he can be her way to stay on the show or what. But Venita, no, baby girl. Y'all are not a fit. Y'all are not a match. It is not a thing. I don't like it. And JT obviously is not checking for Venita like that because he still likes Taylor. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, JT gets all flustered and gets upset. He storms out. Venita, he got veins busting out of his head. Venita over here giggling like a damn schoolgirl. He talking about he's telling the truth and people don't want to hear it. Child, who gives a damn? Meanwhile, in the back scene of the scene, Molly, they trying to hook her up with Shep. I think that Molly is going to end up. No, she's not. I would have thought Molly would end up with Craig now that Craig is like unattached, but I don't know. But anyway, JT, after he storms out, Venita goes outside after him, and Venita is over here pumping up his ego, telling him, you know, listen, I understand you. I get it. You know, I understand what you're saying, but sometimes you just don't have to say it. And he's like, so they don't want me to tell the truth. Okay, whatever. Then he tells her, you know what, Venita, that's you understand me. That's why I love you. JT, you are stringing this girl and her Bantu knots right on. Like, stop. Stop. Vanita, you and your Bantu knots can get the hell off the show. I really don't even really, honestly, and this, I hope y'all don't take this the wrong way, even with me being a black woman. I don't really need Vanita on this show. She serves no purpose whatsoever. Even Leva, I don't know why Leva is on this show. Leva can just go do Southern hospitality and be good with that. Like, I don't really see the purpose of her being on this show, or neither one of them actually, but you know, besides the fact Leva being on the show because they go to her bar, but that's it. But anyway, JT is trying to be with Taylor. Then he out here fronting with damn Vanita. I don't really think JT likes Vanita like that. I think he probably has some sick mammy thoughts where he might want to fuck a black girl. I don't know. I don't put it past him that he ain't already done did that. But nevertheless, I don't really think that JT is attracted to Vanita like that. Vanita's not ugly, but she's not she gives me cute-ish face with teenage girl body. Nah. I'm not checking for Vanita. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna go on to episode 8. Please like the video.
Yeah. Work, 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 work. Watch it to me, I can work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. Tell me about that work, 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 work. When you walk out, in the cafe, drive me a dessert. Listen to that be lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody touched me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, I'm a...
All right, y'all. We go to episode 8. We are starting off now. You know, after Taylor done ran off in the last episode, she was pissed off because JT over here telling her a whole bunch of irrelevant shit. So she leaves the party. Okay, and I'm sure she's gonna go home crying to Gaston. So we get to episode 8, where Madison meets up with Craig, okay? But first, we see Whitney is in Cannes or Con or whatever. I don't know. I can't afford to go, so I don't know how to say it. And he's talking to Miss Patricia on the phone and showing her footage of where he's at and asking her if she can take care of the house while he's gone, because Lord knows her old ass can't do nothing without her son, okay? But Miss Patricia, child, she is living her best life. She got all the coins, all the money. She is doing the things, okay? So kudos to her. Yes, your son is doing everything for you as he should. So moving on, Craig and Madison meet up, okay? Madison basically shares with Craig that she doesn't really like the fact that he's hanging out with JT. She thinks that is really like a big old FU to Austin, and a FU to her, sort of, because she feels like, okay, I feel like you are always more friends with me than you were with JT. So I would think you would choose me over JT. So why are you hanging out with him, knowing what he has done to me, and him accusing me of, or trying to make it seem like he could have had a chance to sleep with me or whatever. And that's not the case. And Craig was like, listen, I don't have any energy to be like hating him anymore. Like, it is what it is. He's cool. He was cool fishing. Like, it was a good time. And she's like, well, JT hurt my feelings. So like, what? And here's my thing. I get what Madison is saying, but it just feels like, you know, why do you all have to bring Craig in on y'all bullshit? Why does Craig have to hate everybody that y'all hate? It don't make no sense. Then she reveals that she thinks that he's just hanging out with JT as a FU to Austin, because Austin don't fool with him. Obviously, because of JT and all his outbursts and trying to make Austin look like a bad guy last year. He's just, you know, and Craig is on the outs with Austin right now because he feels like Austin is being a little backstabber. And so he's like, I'm not really tripping off of Austin. So Madison is here trying to get Austin and Craig to meet back up and be cool with each other. And Bravo never fails to take a chance to show this video of Austin saying Madison having girls in the room. Like, cause she says, I just feel bad for Austin. Like, I feel like we're better off as girlfriends than in a relationship. So they're better. She really likes being Austin's friend. So she wants the friend group to be back together. And she wants Craig, to be cool with Austin. And Craig is just like, listen, I'm not doing anything different than what I was doing before. Like, I am busy and they just have to deal with it. I'm not about to sit up here and pacify them. I'm not going and drinking at the bars. Austin is playing victim. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do. He's not showing up to the podcast. He's not doing his work. But yet you want to be hanging out with me and carrying on and doing this, that, and the third when I have my free time. But yet you're making fun of me because I don't really have much free time and I have a life and I have a business to run. It's like, I feel like Austin and Shep don't want to see Craig grow up. They don't want to see him doing well. Craig has a successful business. They made fun of him because it was a pillow business, but it's successful. Shep them named his damn dog after Craig. Like, I really feel like they enjoy making fun of Craig, and they don't have any more material. All they have is what happened in the past with Craig and how he used to act. So now y'all pissed off because he's no longer y'all little lapdog, the one that had less than you and couldn't do as much as you could because he didn't have as much money as y'all had. He was just getting out of college kind of thing. I think that's what it is with Shep. Shep doesn't like that Craig is basically on his level now. Like, Craig has money too. He don't need you. Like, he's not your little tag along friend that you're like, oh, come on, I'll take you on a trip because you don't have any money. I'll take care of it. Like, he's not your tag along anymore. And Austin, you are a fuck up. So you want Craig to be around so that y'all can be fuck ups together. Now, I think Austin has his beer that he's distributing, which is great. But what else are you doing? You're not busy. You're not showing up for the podcast because you're busy working, doing something else. You out here fucking off. And you're mad that Craig isn't doing that with you. It's weird to me. It's absolutely weird. So Craig says that he'll have a conversation. He's talking to Madison. He says that he'll have a conversation with Austin, but he really is not feeling sorry for him at this point. Like, Austin just needs to get with it or get lost. So JT is talking to his mama in the next scene, and his mom is supposed to be coming over his house to decorate or do something because I guess his mom is an interior designer. So she's supposed to be coming over and getting some stuff fixed at his house, and he gonna leave the key. I don't know. But she ends up talking about Venita. So apparently Venita texts JT's mother, and she sends like motivational things to the mother, and the mom is like, oh, I like Venita. Venita, this is getting weird. It's really getting weird. Like, why are you so trying to be attached to JT's family? I guess she does like him, but it's just, I don't know. That's just not a combo that I'm looking for. But moving on. Leva goes over to Venita's house. Venita makes a cute little charcuterie board. She's acting all giddy and cheesy or whatever because she has something she wants to tell Leva. So they go outside and sit down and have drinks in this little charcuterie board. So Venita reveals to Leva that she has a crush on JT. She's like, I really, really like him. I feel like the feeling is mutual. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. Like, I think both of us are like feeling each other, but nobody has said anything. So somebody needs to make the first move so that, we can see where this thing is going to go. So Leva is like, I think JT is cool. I think he would be good for you. Like, but, you need to go ahead and say something. And she's like, yeah, I'm the type of girl that I'm really aggressive. Like, I will initiate something. Like most women sit around waiting for a man to come to them and say what they need, or, wait for them to approach them. I'm the type of person like, okay, I've told you that I like you, so now take me out on a date. And I'm like, Vanita, um, you're not the cute girl that can command the room like that to me. I don't know. I ain't checking for Vanita. I'm sorry. I am not featuring Vanita. It is what it is. But yeah, Vanita got a crush on JT, y'all. That's about it. Okay. And she told Leva that she be over there talking. She be texting JT's mama. Okay. So in the next scene, we got Sally and Molly sitting down, talking about all the things they done to their bodies. Okay. I got a filler. I did this. I put gas in my ass. I did this. All right, child. Moving on. The biggest thing that I see in this scene is that they both are highly insecure. These are two very beautiful women that don't need to be this damn insecure. And Molly reveals to Sally that she might have talked to Ryan and Rodrigo about her having a crush on Shep. And so Sally is like, yeah, I think you guys will be cute together. I mean, Shep wasn't all that when I had him. Sally, first of all, why are you such a hoe? You just spreading yourself thin throughout this whole group, girl. Like, you had to tell Molly that you was messing with Shep. You messed with him before. Okay, girl. Moving on, Molly, because you done had everybody man child. Moving on. Okay. So Shep sits down with Austin. Okay. So Austin went to Charlotte to go see his girlfriend, Audrey. Now he's back and they're having a conversation. So Shep is pretty much going to be like the middleman between Austin and Craig. He's trying to get the whole friend group back. And him and Austin are sitting there having a little bitch session about, Craig just doesn't come around anymore. And, ever since he's started doing this business and this, then the third, he kind of forgot about us. And we just feel like he just needs to acknowledge his friends. I'm sorry. I'm really having trouble understanding the issue that these two men have. This is a grown ass man. Like, y'all act like this is y'all woman. Craig is not y'all woman. Get a life. Like, is he the only one that brought joy to y'all lives? I don't get it. So then he's talking about, this is where I jumped too far ahead. He let me read this text message. Shep sends a text message to Sienna because Sienna apparently, oh, hold on, y'all. Oh no, what happened? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this text message. Hold on. So here's the scenario. I said it earlier, but it's actually happening now. Shep is upset because Sienna went to Africa, right? So she's back in the Bahamas. She had a long flight to from Africa back to the Bahamas. Okay. So he's texting her, trying to figure out where she at. She ain't responding to him or whatever. Hold on. It says, why is it cutting off over here? Child, I can't play this at the same time. He says something, I can't see the whole thing. Says, you're an important part of my life. I'm worried about you. And honestly, because it means I care, like caring. It makes me a better person. I don't like not talking to you. Then he says, because I love you and I'm happily making plans for the future, as with us in mind, I wanted to get on a plane and find you this weekend. I didn't have to film. Shep, you've known this girl how long? Why you about to get on a plane and find her? Baby, Shep, let me help you. She's just not that into you. She is she's just not that into you, child. Um, yeah, that's a lot. You wanted to get on a plane and find her? Wow. Unbelievable. And Bravo tried to take that text message down real quick. Hold on, let me see if I can. I know that, but you are an important part of my life and I like it. I'm worried about you and I like it honestly because it means I care. I like caring. Wow. Anyway, Shep, that text message was very listen, let me say this. Shep is the type of person where he thinks he's that guy and he wants women to chase after him. Okay. She texts him back. He sends her a picture of them too and says, and wanted to do this and other things. I guess them taking pictures. She says, okay. She responds to him and says, okay, I'm sorry. I've just been going through a lot and I kind of needed the space. He says, okay, but part of the way that I've been feeling towards you is that I want to share everything with you. I want you bad. Or something like, I think that's what it says. Good and bad. Wow. Um, Shep then caught the love bug for this little 26-year-old girl. Here's the thing, Shep. Number one, you got to stop looking for little girls. This is a young woman. She is not ready to be settled down yet, I don't think, and definitely not with you. That's the first thing. You have fallen head over heels for a girl, a woman that you've known for 6 weeks. And even Austin said, listen, she's a 26-year-old girl. She probably doesn't know what she wants yet. And you've only known her for 6 weeks. He's basically saying the same thing I'm saying. He's like, yeah, she's probably not that in so deep as you. It's crazy. And he said, how can you love a girl you've only met 3 times? Sienna must have put that bohemian snapper on him and comped down on that dick, and he is just don't know what he gonna do. This is crazy to me. Shep over here about to lose his damn mind over this little 26-year-old girl. But here it is. Listen, Austin said absence makes the heart go fonder. I don't know. I think Shep about to move his ass to the damn Bahamas, but I think we end up finding out that she ends up dumping him. So I feel bad for Shep. I really think Shep, this is like a rebound from Taylor. Shep don't know what to do where it came to Taylor. I think he still loves Taylor. I think it's hard for him to see Taylor has already moved on. But you done did so much to her. And Taylor is a young girl too. Like I'm gonna need Shep to jump it up. You need to at least find somebody that's at least 35 or older. Like you messing with these 20-something-year-old girls, it's actually getting very creepy. You going down peddling through Leva's bar looking for women that you should not even be looking at. They old enough to be your damn daughter at this point. Weird. Moving on. Patricia has Madison come over for a little sleepover, which I thought was really, really cute. They get in the bed and they have on their fancy pajamas and they're talking and whatnot. So Madison is just pretty much sharing with Patricia what's going on with the Craig and JT situation or whatever. And, that's that. They ain't really talking about shit. Moving on. So we get to the next scene. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me because I'm going through the episodes so I can make sure I've seen it all. Are they talking about Sienna again? I don't know why we at this scene with Sienna. Oh, Madison talks about Sienna to Miss Patricia, basically saying she doesn't really know what her motive is with Shep, and she don't really think that she's that into Shep, which I'm like, You might be on to something, Madison. You just might be on to something. So in the next scene, Craig goes to pick up Shep. Okay. I don't know why Craig's lights are flashing on his Jeep. I'm gonna need him to go and get that checked because I'm pretty sure a police officer will pull him over for that. So please go get your lights. Your front lights flashing like that. I don't know if that's a featureism, but no. So he goes to get pick up Shep. And before he picks Shep up on the way there, he's talking to his business partner. And the business partner says, maybe we can offer Austin 30 to 50 grand for the podcast so he can sign his rights over to Craig. So Craig's like, yeah, I'll offer him 30 grand and see what he says first. So I'm like, Craig, you are really serious. You do not want Austin on this podcast anymore and you want your money. Actually, let me see. Let me see if they still on the podcast together. We can figure it out now. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Apple Podcast. I bet you they still on that damn podcast together. Craig Conover. And they're still on the podcast together. Pillows and Beer. Their last post was January 6th. So, newsflash, he didn't take the $30,000. They're still friends. And I think they opened up a restaurant together. So anyway, Craig pretty much picks up Shep because Shep is supposed to be like the middleman between them so that they can all have a healthy conversation. So they get to the restaurant. Austin shows up. Okay. So they're talking and Austin is pretty much like, we just want to hang out with you, man. Like we don't see you. You don't really make us a priority or whatever. And Craig is like, listen, I'll admit when I have like a few minute moments to myself, or if I have a day or two where I don't have to work, my first thought is not to be coming and hanging out peddling bars with you guys. I'm not drinking like that anymore. And it seems to be that that's y'all problem with me, that I'm not drinking and getting drunk and acting ridiculous. I have a brand, I have a career, and you guys are just going to have to get with it or get lost. And he's like, what is your problem? Like, okay, cool. We hang out. You came over my house. You were at my house. Shep, you were just at my house the other night. We were hanging out. What more do you want from me? And they can't ever give a response as to what more they want from him. They basically don't want to come out and just downright say, we want you to act like the town idiot so that we can make fun of you again. And I just feel like Austin really doesn't have anything behind this foolishness. Austin, you are acting like this because of Shep. Shep wants Craig to be his little clown. That's what he wants. And Craig is like, I don't know who the fuck you think you are or what you thought was going to happen here. I'm not a clown for nobody. Okay? I am very sophisticated. I got my own money. I have a house that is amazingly beautiful that I have rehabbed myself. I have a pool. I have everything I need at my house. Why am I going and hanging out at bars? I got drinks at my house if y'all want some. And Austin, we can hang out after we do this fucking podcast if you bring your ass here and do it on time. Like we shouldn't have to, they shouldn't really, literally, they should not have to be on Zoom doing the podcast if they live in the same space. It's crazy to me. So Austin is getting upset saying that Craig is not going to own up to, his wrongdoings in the situation. And Craig is like, listen, I'm prepared to offer you $30,000 for the podcast. How you going to act? And Austin is looking at him like, are you kidding me? I don't get it. And then let me read y'all what Craig said, because I wanted to get exactly what Craig said. Hold on. So Craig was basically like, listen, Austin was like, so what do you want to do? You want to just hide out and not make an effort? And Craig is like, what are you talking about? We record twice a week. We go to the gym together. Like, you're over my house right now. My whole life doesn't revolve around you. And that's what I don't get. I really don't understand what they want from Craig. Like, I don't get it. But Austin did bring up a good point. He said, you threw a whole party and you didn't invite me. And Craig was like, I mean, I didn't really feel like you wanted to come. Like, we weren't on speaking terms. We weren't getting along right then. So why would I invite you to my house? And you act like you were just at my house and that wasn't good enough. So why am I invite you over my house? I don't know. So then Shep admits that he thought that all of the stuff that Craig is doing, they thought it was just like a PR thing. And Craig was like, no, you guys want me to be spending time with you out drinking. And that's just not what I'm about to be doing. And my career is not performative. And they were like, well, you're not listening. And he was like, no, that's a you problem. You guys think that. So that's your problem. My career is very real. I'm not out here faking the funk for nobody. That's your problem. And you either need to get with my new lifestyle and me being responsible and having things to do, or else. He's like, this is crazy. And I agree with Craig. I just think that Shep, it all boils down to Shep and Austin are idiots. They're assholes. And they want to be able to laugh at Craig, drunk Craig, that's belligerent and not doing what he's supposed to be doing, acting like a clown. They don't like that Craig is polished. He's not drinking anymore. He's responsible. He's not getting up from a drunken slumber, not working. He's living his life. Craig wants to be somebody's father, their husband, and he want to do the things. Like Craig, what they don't understand is Craig idolizes his parents. He wants what his parents have. He's not trying to be out here acting like he don't want to be the old man in the club. I think Craig, like 36 years old, he's not out here looking for little young girls to date. He is fine with finding somebody his age, possibly, or close in age with him, have some kids, do the things. These two, Austin and Shep, want to peddle bars and find girls all the time. That's just not what Craig is on. And you can't force that man to be on that just because y'all ain't out the club yet. It's just weird to me that two grown men have such a problem with how somebody live their lifestyle. I don't want to see no more of this for the rest of the season. I'm just really tired of them coming down on Craig because he's not childish like them anymore. They just need to realize, I need them to understand that they are the ones that need to change. Also, Shep, didn't you go on a whole retreat in the Bahamas because you was drinking too damn much? And you got blacked out drunk and nobody wanted to hang around you because you were acting like a plumb fool. But yet you go and get sober and you still drinking. I don't get it. You should be the one drinking O'Doul's with damn Craig. But anyway, moving on. I don't know if they ever gonna get their shit together because it's ridiculous. So we go to the last scene where Venita and JT are hanging out at her house, child. She done made him some branzino. She done cooked him a spread. Long story short, he ends up telling her that he really thinks the world of her. He really likes her. She tells him that she really likes him and this, that, and the third. But then he says, I have a girlfriend. And Venita is just crushed. She's like, well, why are you flirting with me? And why are you doing this and that and the third? Venita, he's just not that into you, honey. He's sitting here lying. He knows that you potentially could be good because you sitting up here cooking him meals and this, that, and the third. But girl, what? He don't like you. He doesn't like you. I'm sorry. You like him, but it ain't gonna be a thing. And that's that on that. JT, you have a girlfriend, but yet you were over here stirring the pot in the last episode telling Taylor stuff about Sally because you still want to be with Taylor. JT is full of shit. And he tells Venita, I'm telling you this, that I have a girl because, you wouldn't want me if I was with you. You wouldn't want me out here flirting with people and leading another woman on while I'm with you. Would you? Then he says, and my mom really likes you. And this, don't try to bait me in. That's what you're not about to do, JT. But Venita, girl, he don't like you, girl. And that's that on that. That was Southern Charm, Season 10, Episodes 7 and 8. Please don't forget to like the video, comment down below. What do you think about this season so far? Do we need Venita? I mean, and I want y'all to be honest, okay? Yes, I'm a Black woman, but I want y'all to really be honest, okay? Do we need Venita? Do JT really like Venita? Do y'all think JT really wanted to fuck Taylor and get rid of just be with Taylor? And is Shep gonna end up with Molly? And why y'all think Sienna left Shep like that? Why you think? What you think going on with that? And Craig, are Craig, Austin, and Shep ever really gonna get it together? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Thank y'all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with anybody else that's watching along with us too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.